Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Friday, April 11th, 2025. Before I forget, I just want to mention we put out two stock picks this week at wickedstocks.com. On Tuesday, CBS Healthcare Systems, and on Thursday, GE Vernova, which is I think it's a spinoff of GE that is about hydrogen fuel cells. Both of those stocks on the edge of a meaningful buy signal. And you can check them both out for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial, where you'll also see our daily Triple Q, our daily SPY analysis. Lots going on there, weekly Apple stock, etc. So check out wickedstocks.com and take advantage of that 5-day free trial. So here we have NVIDIA. This is the weekly chart. We opened Thursday back below the 109.99 formation. And ease back ever so slightly. If we close below 109.99 today, that does maintain 79.09 as a likely 3 to 5 week or sooner objective. I mean, you can see we got about 80% of the way there early this week before reversing aggressively on Trump's suspension temporarily of the trade war, if you will. That was on Wednesday. So here we are, technically speaking, below 109.99, 79.09 expected. And if we happen to close today, I've got 110.86. I can show that. So on the daily chart, we do have 110.01. That is the 109.99 on that the chart that I showed earlier on the weekly. And yesterday's high of 110.86, that actually has upward pivot point quality. So you can sell this zone. You can sell 110.01, expecting 97.50 day traders perhaps. And 3 to 5 week swing traders, maybe 1 to 2 week swing traders back to 79.09, which is exactly what I showed you here on the weekly chart. And that covers the downside, really. I mean, on the way down, we do have 97.50 today, can contain session weakness. If we close below 97.50, I think you can expect by the end of next week, 79.09. I think it's about as simple as that. Now, that could take better than a full week of trade. It could be more than 3 to 5 days. It could be 1 to 2 weeks. But if we close today below 97.50, it is playing the short side down to 79.09. I think it's playing the short side down to 79.09 anyway, as I've said, below 109.99. Let's take a look at the upside. Pushing through 110.01, 110.86 does allow 120.65 today. That is a descending channel top, several months in the making. I think that is about it for the day. If we happen to push through 110.86, 120.65, that's a pretty solid day trade, 10-point move roughly, above 110.01 to 110.86. But if we close above 110.86, which is obviously also above 109.99 on that weekly chart, I do have a buy signal then. On the weekly chart, a descending 2/3 speed line at 132.14, but it really is the daily chart we're following at 129.80. So this is what I would present over the next, this could be by the end of next week, could take the better part of 2 weeks. But if we close today above 110.86, that puts us more firmly in the bullish column as we continue through next week, though narrowing 127.72 to 129.80 area, likely within 1 to 2 weeks. And that could be within a matter of several days. If we happen to close above 120.65 today, we should see this by the middle of next week. So it could be more rapid. I think 120.65 is the indication for how soon we might reach 129.80. 129.80 is the beginning, or actually 127.72 is the beginning of a range up to 129.980, rather, that can contain buying. This 129.80, I think this is an area, I have weekly resistance. It may actually contain buying well into May trade. Don't forget that there's a sort of 90 days now weighing on the market with the tariff war, and it's not let up with China, and it may resume. We've got 10% on the books anyway, so to speak, for the time being. We'll see where this goes, but this is going to weigh on the market. It can't help, but I don't see us reapproaching the January 25 high between now and that 90-day period. But you never know what may happen over that 90 days. We may eliminate it altogether, or might jump right back into the aggressive raising of tariffs. So who knows, right? But technically speaking, If we close today above 110.86, I see no good reason to be short NVIDIA. I think the upper 120s are likely within a week or two. That is your next short play to the downside. That is also the next buy signal. Above 129.80, then I think we have a serious buy signal. I would expect at least 153.13 within 2 to 3 weeks and on to new highs within a couple of months of closing above 129.80. Until then, holding below 110.01, which is also on the weekly chart at 109.99, I see no good reason to be long NVIDIA. I think you want to play the short side for the next day or two back to 97.50 and for the next several weeks to 79.09. I think I've said it about as simple as I can say it. And I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. Check out the CVS Healthcare Systems analysis and the GE Vernova analysis that we put out this week. And I'll be back, of course, Sunday afternoon with Monday's NVIDIA report. You have a great weekend.